To the Purple Consult Team presentation, Community Action Services and Food Bank located in Provo, Utah. Community Action Services and Food Bank is dedicated to fostering self-reliance in individuals, families, and the community. The agency's goal is to remove barriers to self-reliance and implement a community strategies effort to develop long-term, innovative, and permanent solutions to issues contributing to poverty. The agency's vision is to help individuals, families, and communities in Utah to meet basic needs while providing the long-term solutions needed to rebuild their financial and social self-support. Our recommended budget for 2021 is $7,756,272 after a budget cut of 20%. The budget for grants, compensation, travel, and miscellaneous were cut to save funds. The impact of the 20% budget cut means the agency will lose $1,894,168 in the budget cut since the foundation providing our funding has gone bankrupt and has decided to stop funding us. The budget cut will not be detrimental to the programs or services being provided. Grants and other assistance to domestic organizations/governments will have a budget cut of $732,975. Compensation of current officers, directors, trustees, and key employees will have a budget cut of $163,233. Travel and miscellaneous will have a budget cut of $29,249. To further our compensation for the loss of our biggest funder, CASFB have considered the following fundraising ideas: a benefit fundraiser, ticket sale for a chance to win a car, and a marathon where we team up with the local animal shelter and run with the dogs that are up for adoption, or the volunteers can bring their own dogs, a donors club, direct mail, or a coupon book/discount cards that are sponsored by the local business, and a support group or university involvement. Certain universities that are surrounding us are UVU, BYU, and Weber State. Here is a list of potential grant options. The first one being Community Food Projects Program. The total funding is $4,800,000. The award ceiling being $400,000. We believe we meet all the requirements, which are experience as the area of food work, including helping provision food for low-income communities, and demonstrate competency by providing and collecting data, and then the willingness to share the data with researchers, evaluators, and other parties. This is due July 3rd, 2020 is the SNAP Process and Technology Improvement Grant. This is a $5 million grant that is used across all 50 states. Who may apply are those that offer welfare services, including food banks. To apply, you do so online, and when you do that, they announce a due date. Opportunity is the Supplement Nutrition Assistant Program, Process and Technology Improvement Grant Program Participation Grant. To apply, the requirements are to be an agency that provides health or welfare services, including a food bank, which we qualify for. The process is a letter of commitment. It's required to even get a grant proposal from the state agency. And the letter needs to include the organization's role in the project, the amount of time it intends to commit to the project, how much it's going to cost, and then a letter of endorsement required of an applicant that is not partnered with that agency. You have to contact the headquarters for the due date, and you can be rewarded up to $20,000. Fourth grant opportunity will be the Regional Food System Partnership. Now, the total funding is $10 million, but the award floor is $100,000. To be eligible, it needs to be a state government, public housing. It has to be a type of for-profit organization, smaller than a business, a food bank, anything like that, which we qualify for. The closing date is May 26, 2020. And then they have an application that you have to fill out, and it's about 5 pages long. 5-year strategic goal is to move at least 1,000 families out of poverty. Strategic goals will be accomplished by growing core programs, diversifying and building financial resources, and volunteers, donors, and community leaders. We have 4 program strategies. These program strategies are to alleviate hunger through the food bank and to help those that are homeless and at-risk homeless families and individuals into affordable housing through the Family Development Program. The home buyer and mortgage counseling programs also help those families to become homeowners and prevent foreclosure. The circle entities will help families move out of poverty through the increase of food businesses and create jobs through the commercial kitchen. The community gardens will help families grow their own produce. Inputs: community gardens, volunteers, and seed donations. Community activities include a community outreach, community gardens grand opening, seed supplies, a recipe contest, and a canning workshop. The outputs would make the community aware of the garden plots available, make the community aware of the volunteer opportunities and community gardens. Families will attend the grand opening and plant their seeds, and it will get the family excited about cooking with their own produce. It will also teach families on how to preserve their produce. The outcomes: local families will become more self-sufficient by growing their own produce. Families will have access to healthier diets by growing their own food. Families will learn a new skill, and families will gain a sense of responsibility by caring for their own garden. The impact: it will increase self-sufficiency and alleviate hunger by teaching families to grow their own food. Partnerships and collaborations. The first one being Community Action Partnership of Utah, CAP. Their budget size is almost $3 million according to 2014 annual report. We would want to partner with CPA because the members' agencies provide services to low-income families and individuals across the state. The second partnership would be with Utah Housing Coalition. Their budget size was unavailable. Utah Housing Coalition offers community education on matters of housing and finances. They provide a network of support for professionals in the housing industry. The third partnership would be People Helping People, the PHP. Their budget size was also unavailable. We would want to work with PHP because they help families break the cycle of poverty by teaching low-income women how to earn a living wage. Lastly, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, the NAMI, their budget being almost $17 million according to the 2018 budget. We would want to partner with the NAMI because of their dedication to help families and individuals. They offer classes, lead support groups, and advocate in their communities. If any of these organizations would come hand in hand with us, we can make the Utah communities a better place. Thank you for supporting the Community Action Services and Food Bank in Provo, Utah.